Daddy's home again. Hey guys, welcome to Words with Friends Live. I am your host, Iman Crossan, aka Alpha Cats, the game where you can make back the money you lost betting on the big game yesterday. Don't front like that didn't happen. Matter of fact, you can even score more times than your favorite team did. It was a mildly uneventful game yesterday. I mean, that's just my take on it, but I don't watch football, so what do I know? Right now, you are playing live against thousands of people across the country. Our game is the free game within a free game. We're just giving away stuff. So here's a quick tip. If you're in the middle of a Words with Friends game, try upping your gameplay with the weekly challenge. Okay, if you complete them, you can earn some cool badges. Not on your actual jacket, but like in the app. People will see it and know that you're really about that word life. But let's talk about earning some cool green in this game, because today we have a hefty jackpot. Here's how the game works. I'm going to ask you 12 questions that have 3 multiple choice answers, and you're going to have 10 seconds to tap the correct answer. Now you must, absolutely must, get all 12 questions right to win, and if you do, you're going to be rolling around in some of today's $5,000 jackpot. Oh, that's so delicious. I love saying that because it just makes me feel happy. You can throw it on the bed, you can roll around in it, just be careful, don't get no paper cuts, but the sun don't shine, because then you got, it's difficult to move and sit. Now if you get one answer wrong, we're going to force you to switch over to spectator mode, where you can and should keep playing, because in the very near future, you will be earning some valuable goodies to use in the main game by answering questions correctly in spectator mode. Basically what I'm trying to say is, if you mess up and you're not in the game, keep playing, because you're going to earn some good stuff. I'm going to give you some freebies is what I'm saying, okay? As always, we're streaming live today, so a Wi-Fi connection is going to get you the best video, if you have it. And you'll want to check and make sure your battery is not going to die in the middle of the game. You don't want to get to question 10 or 11 and then your phone dies. You're the main character of this show, okay? You can't just die. You're the favorite character in the Words with Friends live show. You can't just Game of Thrones yourself. We need to see you in the story so we know how it ends for real, okay? Now, without further ado, blow on those thumbs, because we're about to kick things off with our Words with Friends word of the day, which is remedy. That's the word that popped up in your notifications earlier this afternoon. So I hope you caught that. It will help you. We're going to kick it off with question number 1. Which is a synonym for remedy? Particulate, encrutch, or solution? Which one is a synonym? Which one is synonymous? Now, the word remedy comes from the old French word remede. Of course, when you spell it in French, you have to add a bunch of R's so that you can appropriately roll your tongue with a French accent. You know what I mean? You don't roll your R's in French? Oh, that's Spanish. I know. I knew that. I was trying to make sure that they knew. People at home watching in the game. Duh. The correct answer is solution. I'm tripping. Some other synonyms for remedy are answer, cure, antidote, cure-all, and magic formula. They forgot one though, prize money. Look, I'm not saying money cures everything. I'm just saying, why not find out for yourself? Don't let people tell you what to do with your money. Do it for yourself. Question number 2. What is the study of words called? Etymology, entomology, or epidemiology? There's a lot of ologies in there. The only one's the right one. Did you pick right? I hope so, because it's a little early. I don't want y'all to be messing up early, okay? Whenever you see an ology at the end of the word, it means the study of something. But what kind of something? All we got to do is break down the word. It's like this. If it's technology, we know it's the study of tech. If it's accentology, we know it's the study of accents. So for the study of words, it would be what? Etoms, entoms, or epidemic? The correct answer is etymology. Not only is it the study of words, but it's the study of the origin of words and how their meanings have changed throughout history. I don't know why I feel like I got to do that when I say that. Just think, one day, hundreds of years from now, etymologists will be researching the rise and fall of words such as awesome sauce. Y'all still, who out there is using awesome? You know what? We'll move on to question 3. I'm going to keep it breezy. Question number 3. Which country ends the furthest south? Bolivia, Chile, or Uruguay? Bolivia, Chile, or Uruguay? Clockwise, let me set this up for you. Clockwise, it's always north, east, south, west. Unless I did that, I don't know if I'm reversing your phone. But north, east, south, west, or if you could just remember, like, you know, give the acronym some meaning, like never eat slimy worms, or never eat soggy waffles, or never ever suck whistles. That, or you can just determine the sun's position at the time of the day, and then you can kind of imagine the map orientation. But then you run the risk of forgetting not to suck whistles. I didn't get it right when I was like 4, y'all. They handed me a whistle. I didn't know what to do. I messed it up. My bad. The correct answer, though, is Chile, or some people pronounce it as Chile. Officially, the Republic of Chile, it is a Southern American country that occupies a long, narrow strip of land that reaches all the way down to the end of the continent. So that makes Chile the furthest south and the most delicious during cold weather. I got a pretty bomb chili recipe. Hit your boy up. Question number 4. In terms of geographic coordinates, which lines run vertically from north to south? Liminal, latitude, or longitude? North to south. Which one is it? Now, when it comes to answering this question, I want you guys to go the distance, get what I'm saying? Which is an idiom that means to continue until the end of a competition. Coaches use this kind of lingo when they're giving players pep talks. So think of me like your word coach. And if you win, you got to pour Gatorade on yourself. I ain't got time for that. I saw that during the game. I'm like, how can they not mess up people's phones? The correct answer is longitude. Latitude measures the angular distance of a place north or south of the Earth's equator, and longitude measures the angular distance of a place east or west of the Greenwich Meridian. Sorry, guys, it's a tongue twister. You can think of all that and do coordinates or whatever, or you can just use Google Maps. That's what I do. It's a lot easier. All right, we got over 13,000 people moving forward to question number 5. Which kind of bee can only sting a human once? A carpenter bee, wasp, or honeybee? Don't get stung on this question because I can't. Parents, when I was like maybe 9, we ended up in some brush that was as tall as I was at the time. I had on a yellow life vest because we were heading to a lake, and then a yellow jacket got into my yellow life vest and just stung me repeatedly on the chest until it was let out. Thank you, Words with Friends. I almost forgot about that, but thanks for the trigger. I appreciate it. The correct answer is honeybee. When a honeybee stings you, they're making the ultimate sacrifice. Because what happens is, when they sting you, the stinger gets stuck in your skin, and then they can't survive without it. So if you ever get stung by a honeybee, don't feel bad. It's a huge compliment. They decided to go out on you. Does that make you feel? No, you're not any less scared of bees. Me neither. Let's just move on to question 6. We're halfway there. Which word connotes a higher degree of importance than the other 2? Tertiary, ancillary, or peripheral? It's a lot of money on the line, you guys, and I know you want it. Now, importance is the state of being of great significance or value. Some of my favorite synonyms for importance are caliber, priority, notability, preponderance, and influence. Although if you ask any millennial for another word for importance, they would probably say follower count. Guys, it's just not that important, not as much as you think. But I got a lot of followers, though. I mean, just off topic, I just want to share. Got a lot of followers. The correct answer is ancillary. Ancillary means providing the necessary support to the primary activities or operation of an organization. The word comes from ancilla, meaning maid servant. Maid servant. It's a little redundant, don't you think? Like it's two words mean the same thing. Chef cooks, I'm going to leave that one alone. But that was definitely a brutal question. You know it was coming. I don't know why you act surprised. I'm going to do it to you. It's going to happen. I might look nice. But I'm going to hit you with the curveball. Just switch it up on you. Yeah, we lost almost 3,000 people on that one. I'm sorry, almost 6,000 people on that one. But we do have 2,777 people moving forward. So let's do question number 7. Which word is worth more points in Words with Friends? Tertiary, ancillary, or peripheral? I have a strange feeling of deja vu right now. Now think about how this knowledge will help you when you get back to playing Words with Friends after the show. The highest scoring word ever played in Words with Friends was oxyfenbutazone for 1,672 points. Somebody write that down for me? Yeah. It was a drug in the mid-'80s that was pulled for bad side effects. Had some good side effects, though. 1,672 of them. It helps out. Make you look great. It give you a little badge and everything. I'm trying to get y'all these badges. The correct answer is peripheral. Tertiary is worth 10 points. Ancillary is worth 17. And peripheral is worth 19 points. Now, if you manage to play peripheral on a triple word plus like a triple letter on the P or something, then you will be raking in the points. I'm just trying to help out. Now, let's just get back to the cash with question number 8. Almost 4,000 people moving forward. Which is a supernatural method of finding knowledge? Alchemy, abjuration, or divination? Tick tock, choose now. I never hold that money. Now, the prefix super can change the meaning of a word and make it, well, super. Like supernatural means the stuff that you can't explain with science, but some people believe it exists. Or superfluous, which means you're superfluous. Don't quote me on that. However, no matter how many times you add the prefix super to the number 8, it just doesn't change the fact it's a budget motel. It is what it is. The correct answer, though, is divination. It comes from the Latin word divinare, meaning to predict. Some example would be psychics or a fortune teller who can read your future. Personally, I believe taking my future into my own hands with fortune cookies in bed. Y'all don't say in bed after you read your fortune. Y'all don't do it? Neither do I. Question 9. The 1962 comic book Amazing Fantasy number 15 debuted which superhero? The Green Lantern, Thor, or Spider-Man? Here is yet another example of when the word super makes a regular word even better. I mean, heroes are great and all, but they're not superheroes. For example, why would anyone care about the regular Hulk? He'd just be some ordinary shirtless dude roaming around in jorts, yelling at the top of his lungs all the damn time that you guys would probably pretend like you don't see. That's not interesting. But the correct answer is Spider-Man. Spider-Man is the alias of Peter Parker, which means an assumed identity. There are so many different Spider-Man movies now that there should be an award category for the best Spider-Man. Tobey Maguire was the best Spider-Man. There's another one. Tobey is the best Spider-Man. Ooh, something going around. I think it's my opinion. Question number 10. Which national memorial was completed in 1941? Mount Rushmore, Washington Monument, or the Lincoln Memorial? Getting a little tricky here. Now, memorial is an old French word which means remembering. A national memorial is a designation for an officially recognized area that memorializes a historic person or event. Pretty cool to have a building represent a memory of who you are. Like, I like to think I have my own memorial. It's not a building, but it is called my YouTube channel. Lots of old videos there that I probably should private before you guys find them, because I don't like them anymore. But that's neither here nor there. The correct answer is Mount Rushmore. That's right. It's the national memorial centered around a sculpture carved into the granite face of a giant mountaintop. Now, the sculpture features the faces of George Washington, Thomas Jefferson, Theodore Roosevelt, Abraham Lincoln, the whole squad, all the goats. The hardest part of creating the group sculpture was redoing it until they finally came up with one with no one blinking. I ain't gonna say no names though, Lincoln, but you made it difficult. Question 11, second to last, almost there. Who most likely sailed with Columbus in 1493? Ponce de Leon, Amerigo Vespucci, or Sir Francis Drake? Interesting. If you think road trips with your friends are tough, try a sailing trip. You know how long those are? It's not like, oh, let me Google now. Oh, 30 minutes to Venice. No, it's 3 months. We're going to be here for a minute. What are you supposed to sing once you run out of bottles of beer on the wall? You can't sing nothing else. They had no iPhones, no aux cord. Only thing they could play was Guess Who's Got Scurvy? And you better hope it wasn't you. The correct answer was Ponce de Leon. He was a conquistador. Oh, now I can remember. That was the Spanish one. Got it. Which comes from the Spanish and relates to the word conquer. Ponce de Leon is also known for searching for the fountain of youth, which back then everything was a fountain of youth because if you took a bathroom, everybody was just really dirty. It just helped them out. You know what I hated to do to y'all? Another brutal question. It happens. It happens. It's going to happen. Sometimes it happens once, sometimes it happens twice. Who knows? Maybe I'll do it 3 times. It just depends on how I feel. Just letting you know. Just kidding. All right, guys. We got 322 people moving forward. We lost over 1,000. And here we are at our last final question for all the money, for all the peso, fromage, the cheddar, the cheese, the stuff you put in your pocket and bank account. You know, well, money. I should have just said that from the top. I'm sorry. I'm being very extra today, guys. Question 12. Which is not an agglutinative language? Hungarian, English, or Turkish? Which one is not an agglutinative language? Somebody out there went, agglutinative what? Unfortunately, I'm unable to participate in answering this question because I'm agglutinative intolerant. Y'all get it? Oh. Laugh all you want, but it's a real allergy. Here's a hint. An agglutinative language is a type of synthetic language with morphology that primarily uses agglutination. You know, the normal stuff. Man, I'm practically giving it away. Now, before I reveal the answer to you, I want to remind you to get back to playing your other friends and family, if they're not too irritating, to a solo challenge against Heartbreaker Hank. It's your move, okay? All right, the correct answer. We ready? We ready? Yeah, we're ready. Is English. In Hungarian and Turkish languages, they tend to express concepts and complex words incorporating many elements. In order to achieve anything close to this, the English language, I don't know, we'd have to speak in like animated GIFs. But that's neither here nor there because that's the game. You got all 12 questions right, which means you're sharing $5,000. We have 234 winners. Congratulations to Caden BTS, Strong Bad 3, Irby with 3 Ys, Spyware, Firm, Inc., Superman 185, Phil, I can't read over 200, but I love your faces and I'm proud of you. Please join us tomorrow, same time, same place, same app, and same face for another chance to win another big old pile of cash. I have been your host, Iman Crossan, a.k.a. Alpha Cats, and this has been Words with Friends Live. I'll see you tomorrow. Peace and hair grease. Deuces.